following announcement has been paid for by the Wrestling Epicenter.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hello, ladies. Remember me? Let me talk to you, dummies.
It's now time
It's beer time. TikTok.
It's showtime!
for the longest running wrestling talk show in history.
We are huge. It's gonna be cool.
You're where it's at.
You smell like me.
Tune in each and every week.
You better keep listening, or I'll come out of your computer
And turn it on for you.
or else I'm gonna kick your stinking teeth in.
We've been known by a few names.
The needs of the many far outweigh the needs of the few.
The Interactive Interview,
Interactive interview. Oh, yeah.
Interactive interview.
The interactive interview. Interactive interview. The interactive interview.
Interactive Wrestling Radio,
Interactive wrestling radio.
Interactive Wrestling Radio.
Interactive radio.
Interactive wrestling radio.
Interactive wrestling radio.
The Blaze,
Blaze 1260 AM.
The Blaze.
The Blaze.
Blaze. The Blaze Rock.
and a lot of other names.
Weekend Warrior of Wrestling. The Pile Driver.
The Yapper Wrestling Center.
3 Count Wrestling. The Hours Lab.
But it's all one show, the Wrestling Epicenter.
Wrestling Epicenter. The Wrestling Epicenter.
The Epicenter.
Wrestling Epicenter, dude. The Wrestling Epicenter. Don't get off.
And your host from day one,
By ignorance or arrogance.
James Walsh.
Wake up, sleepyheads.
Dr. Carolus.
It all starts
What a rush. Oh, Boomer Sooner.
Thank you very much.
I got 2 words for you. Thumbs down. Breaking necks and cashing checks. Bang. I've heard a lot about you guys.
Check it out. Get out of my face. You win!
But I'm desperately out of time!
So what you gonna do when Blaze-a-mania runs wild on you?
now.
We're being joined by IZW ring announcer as well as a WWE employee, Justin Roberts. Justin, how you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm good. How are you?
Doing real good, doing real good. Well, as you all know, we are part of Arizona. We're in Arizona, and there's a local indie nearby called Impact Zone Wrestling. What can you tell us about Impact Zone Wrestling, and when is the next show?
Impact Zone Wrestling has been around now. We just passed our 1-year anniversary, and we run every other Tuesday night in Tempe at a bar called The Sets, located on Millen Southern, right next to LA Fitness. We run an event every other Tuesday night, and it's a great opportunity for new talent to come along and learn the business and get some experience, and we have a great crowd, and 3 of our guys recently got signed to WWE. They're on developmental deals. Luther Reigns has come through. John Cena has worked there. Melina, who you see on SmackDown, she was also at ICW.
Excellent, excellent. Who currently got signed? Well, we'll pass 3 names just so we keep a lookout for them.
Jack Bull, outlaw Mike Knox, and Derek Nykirk.
Excellent, excellent.
You guys do also some training, correct?
Right. ICW has a training school also located in Tempe, Arizona, and that's basically where our talent comes from for the Tuesday night shows, although we do have some guys who come out from California. We also have A-Train, who comes out for our shows, and you never know who's going to pop up, when and where, and it's always exciting and unpredictable at ICW.
A-Train is the current champion of ICW, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Actually, at our last event, A-Train was stripped of the title. Triple X Lawrence Tyler is our new champion, but I don't know how happy Train is going to be with this.
What other names are we going to expect to see on July 5th, for example?
Never know who could pop up. The Honky Tonk Man is scheduled to appear July 5th at the Sets. A-Train, he may be there. He may not. The Navajo Warrior, Hawaiian Lion John Williams, the Native Warriors will be there. Trying to think offhand, we've got Little Nate, we've got Peter Goodman, we've got Antonio Mestre, GT Gallo, and our champion Triple X Lawrence Tyler.
Navajo Warrior is one of the trainers there, is he not?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, of course, you also work for the WWE as a ring announcer. How did that come to be? How did you end up working there?
Navajo Warrior. You can see Navajo Warrior on Velocity this Saturday night against Chris Benoit.
Oh, wow. I was surprised he wasn't there at the Raw event this past week because it was just right here in Phoenix.
Yep. Well, you never know. Never know where any of our guys will pop up and what they'll be doing.
There was a dark match, I believe it was against Chris Masters, and it was a local guy. Do you happen to know if that was one of the ICW guys?
It was not one of the ICW guys.
Okay.
We do have ICW guys when WWE comes to town.
Well, speaking of WWE, how did you end up working there?
I started off in Chicago when I was 16. I was working for a group called PWI run by Sonny Rogers. And I used to announce for them for a couple of years, went on to college in Tucson, hooked up with Dale Gagner in the AWA, and as well as the Navajo Warrior, and through them, worked a bunch of events, and went on to bigger shows as time went on, and started working with the FX Tough Man contest. And by the time I graduated college, after sending out tapes and resumes, I received a tryout with WWE in 2002.
And if I'm not mistaken, you actually took Lillian Garcia's place as a ring announcer for a couple opportunities.
Yeah, I've just recently, in fact, I've been doing Raw while Lillian disappeared with the Viscera. And I've done Raw, I've done SmackDown. I just came back from overseas with SmackDown, and this Sunday I will be at Vengeance.
Will you be calling Vengeance?
It looks that way.
Wow. Let me ask you this. What is there like butterflies that go through your stomach when you know that there's 4 million people at home watching you right at that moment?
You know what? At first it was a little bit intimidating, but as time goes on, I mean, I'm doing the Raw house shows each week. So that's basically 3 shows a week plus Sunday night tapings on Monday. So when you do 4 shows a week, it just becomes a little bit more natural. And I found that the more people out there, the easier it is to announce.
What kind of advice can you give to people that may be interested in doing similar jobs to what you yourself do?
My advice is everybody goes the same route. There are so many people who want to get in, and there's only one place to work. If you really want it bad, you have to show that you can't just do the bare minimum. Just want to do this. You really need to take action, and if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. But you have to work hard for it. I worked hard for 6 years before I even got looked at by WWE, and I was just very persistent. And I recommend that to anybody getting in, that you just really have to go for it.
At the Raw event, I was kind of surprised, as I kind of anticipated that Lillian Garcia or whoever the announcer in the ring would be more of the MC of the event. Like, for example, commercial breaks, they pretty much didn't do much, just kind of like, well, all right, we're a commercial, and it was just understood. Do you think that maybe you should be doing more like getting the crowd going, like doing surveys and polling the crowd, just getting crowd reactions? I mean, I thought that would be a good way to keep them alive.
At the independent event,
You do that?
go to WWE, and I used to say, I wonder what talk to the crowd, just kind of quiet during commercials. Well, they have some other stuff going on that I think they need to keep the arena quiet at times, and they probably don't want to take away from the show. So that would be my guess. It's not Lillian's fault that she can't talk to the crowd. It's just that's how the production works. And house shows, you go match. There's really no downtime. But the TV tapings, there's so much stuff going on that I guess they probably would want to take away from the event.
Why don't you give a quick backstage, behind the scenes, how crazy it is for WWE during a live television taping? I've had an opportunity to do a little television live myself and know that it's very frazzling, but I don't think the fans get a really good grasp as to how crazy it can actually be.
Everybody is working hard because it's live TV, and everyone's working to pull off their own jobs, but it's such an organized group that everything is pretty much set. They're really not that frazzled because they work so hard to get everything organized. So when it comes down to going live, they don't have to worry about that. Everybody knows what they have to do, and everybody does their part. They work together, and they pull it off. So really, it's not that chaotic. Everybody is well organized, and it's a great production.
Now let's go back to IZW for a few minutes, if we could. Is there any way that fans can see IZW matches on television via a website, anything like that at this point in time?
I have a website, izw.us, or ImpactZoneWrestling.com. You can't watch any of the action, but that's where you can go for the latest updates. We were on I'm not sure what station it was because I didn't get it out here, but we were on TV for a while at our last venue, and that's not happening anymore. So you can't catch us on TV just yet. I don't know if anything will change in the future, but you can come out and see us every other Tuesday night. All ages are welcome. They have great drink specials if you're older than 21, and it's just $7 a ticket, which is less than a movie and a lot more entertaining.
Would you say that it's more family-friendly than, say, well, I'm not going to say that WWE is not family-friendly, but do you think that it's more so for kids?
It's family-friendly. I won't compare it to anything else.
Yes.
Just in general, it's family-oriented. There's a lot of families that come out week after week.
That sounds excellent, dude. I'm looking forward to checking it out. You guys got to do as much promotion as you can for this because there's a big market, I think, for wrestling. I think everybody saw that when we did go to Raw and when we saw SmackDown down in Tucson in Arizona. So I would see that there's no reason that Impact Zone Wrestling could not become really huge out here in Arizona, and I want to do my best to promote it.
It's a quality product, so we've been around, like I said, for over a year now as far as the venue. And we have a great following, and if more people found out about us, whenever new people come check it out, they always come back because it's that good.
What kind of crowd you guys pull in?
It's tough to say. I mean, I come in on Mondays from Raw and go straight to ICW, so I'm kind of in a different mode. I'm worrying about the show and other stuff that goes on, and when I go out there, I don't count the crowd or anything like that. I just go out to the show and have a good time.
What exactly is your position in ICW?
I work a little behind the scenes and then announce the show.
You're not classed as an owner, are you?
I work with the board of directors.
Okay. Yeah.
W board, and I recently became a part of that.
Chuck?
Yeah, it's ICW.
I'm in charge because then when Train shows up, I don't want him coming after me.
Is ICW having any plans to do any larger scale promotions, help themselves grow throughout the Phoenix area, try and make themselves established as more of a long-term company within the area?
Well, the main point of ICW is to get everybody the experience and exposure that they need to go along with their training. You know, we do that to help out the new guys, and I try to share as much experience with them as I can from anything that I've learned doing this for 10 years. You know, I'm obviously not a wrestler, but from a production aspect, I think I've seen quite a bit, and I'm able to help just a little bit even. And it's just to get these guys some experience. And if our shows pick up and get extremely large, you know, that would be great. But where it stands right now, you know, we're happy because we have good shows, we have good turnouts, and if it gets big, it gets big. If it stays the way it is, I think we'd still be happy.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, would you say that you can provide a valuable asset to wrestlers that perhaps other training schools in situations don't permit, is the fact that, you know, you yourself are a good talker and have talked in front of live audiences. Can you parlay that to the wrestlers and kind of coach them in what it's like to talk in front of a live crowd and how to better their mic skills overall?
Definitely. Whenever the guys have questions about promos or anything that they think I could help them out with, they obviously come up to me. I'm very approachable and more than willing to help everybody. And we're there just to help everybody grow. And we obviously have a good reputation considering we had John Cena working with us, we had Luther Reigns, we had Melina, and we just signed 3 more guys. Myself, I'm on a full-time contract with WWE, and they get tryouts quite often when SmackDown or Raw come to town. So it's really a great place if you want to learn wrestling to go, or if you... It was voted in the New Times newspaper. There's a big plaque on the wall at the set. Best place to catch a rising WWE superstar, ICW at the set.
Awesome.
I believe there were 6 total so far signed from ICW to WWE. Excellent.
Is there anybody currently that's with IZW that you can definitely foresee being a next big WWE superstar?
Yeah, of course.
Any name you'd like to throw out there?
I don't want to comment on it, but if you show up at the sets, maybe you could all put in your vote.
Good plug, good plug.
Back to the training aspect. How expensive and how easy is it for a normal guy off the street to come in and do some training?
You know what? I really don't know about pricing. I learned a little bit from the Steel Domain in Chicago as far as training goes, but for the actual training and costs, I'm not involved. I don't go to the school. I go to the shows and help out in that aspect. But as far as the training goes, that's really not my category.
Well, nevertheless, they can always check out ICW.com, right? Impact
Exactly.
Wrestling, and I'm sure they can find the correct information needed.
Right. You could contact somebody from the training school. And they could provide you with that information.
Excellent.
Well, I guarantee you that you will see us on July 5th. It's going to be a little bit snug as we're on at 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights. So we'll probably end up showing up at the show a little bit after the show is underway. But we will be there. We'll try to check it out. We will tell everybody what they think on the air, and we wish you guys the absolute best of luck with your product. And hopefully we can do some more things to help promote it, because we really do want to see local wrestling get over here in Arizona, because, quite frankly, WWE doesn't come here very often, and we really do. There's nothing like a live wrestling event.
I agree. Thank you very much for your offer. We do appreciate that, and we look forward to growing even more. And like you said, WWE can't be here year-round. You know, as often as they come, we have this. It keeps it going. It keeps wrestling here every other week, and it's a great alternative when you can't see WWE live. So we'll keep it going. It should get bigger and better, and maybe you guys will be along for the ride.
Hopefully so, hopefully so. Well, we can't thank you enough for your time, and take it easy, brother. Good luck out there, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on July 5th.
Thank you. Don't forget IZW.US or ImpactZoneWrestling.com.
Absolutely.
The preceding announcement was paid for by the Wrestling Epicenter.
On the listen, and if you like what you heard, I'm glad. If you didn't like what you heard, go fuck yourself.
Most people done hung up on me.
We had a lovely conversation.
What a show.
Oh, mercy, Daddy.
On the radio dial. Don't hang up. Bye-bye.